Hello, beautiful specimen, and welcome back to my channel, or to my channel. Today I am referencing a photo, which I don't have next to me, but I will put it up on the screen. But that is why one eye is done and the other eye is not. I'm here again with Ray, and without further ado, let's get into it.
For telling someone they can't hold my baby because they aren't the real aunt. Buckle up, this is a long one. My husband's sister-in-law, we call her Julie, 29F, is kind of fake. She will woo you in person but has absolutely no interest in responding to texts, calls, or Marco Polos. Don't know what that is. It took me a couple of years to realize she didn't like me. The straw on the camel's back for me after giving so many chances because after all, scroll, thank you. I could be reading to the situation wrong. Was when she didn't respond to my text about helping me with the diet to hopefully improve my fertility.
There's diets for that?
I guess. I don't know. You can look it up after this. We had been trying for 2 years at this point, and out of desperation, I asked her to help. Because she recently went vegan, and I even told her why I was asking for help. She said she'd be in town that weekend, and we'll schedule some time to chat. She lived 2 hours away. I was grateful and excited, hoping this would be the answer. Saturday came and went with no word. That's fine. Things get busy. I understand. So that night I texted and asked her what she thought would be a good time for the next day, and I was super flexible and didn't have plans. She didn't respond. At this point, I realized how fake and self-centered she was. Again, this is not a singular event. That it was all a show. She had no intention of helping me. I mean, it didn't help. It didn't need to be in person. Could have just been easily been done over a call or even text. But no, it had to be a show of grace with no follow-up. My husband's parents held a dinner that night, and I didn't go. And Julie said to my husband, I will call her, the OP, on my way home. Again, no call came. Fast forward a couple years, and my husband and I have failed a couple rounds of IVF, and Julie hadn't had a baby, and that was about 3-4 months old. We hadn't seen the baby yet because of sickness, but finally a party came along and we were feeling well enough to join. Julie offered to let me hold the baby, but her sister Victoria, 32F, jumped in. No, I don't want to comment. No, my goodness. It is clicking on everything right now. And said, no, I will hold her. I'm her real aunt. I mean, WTF. Apparently marrying into the family doesn't count. Julie said nothing and handed the baby to Victoria. To this day, the baby's now 3. I've not held her. Well, I've had twins recently. IVF finally worked, and there's a petty part of me.
That worked real well, apparently.
There's a petty part of me that wants to pull the same thing on Julie, give the babies to my sisters, and say that they're real aunts. Would I be the a-hole?
No. You get what you give. As I say many, many times in these stories, you get what you give. Put out into the world. What you put out in the world will come back to you. If that's what you put out in the world, that's what's going to come back to you. Sucks to suck if that bothers you, but maybe you should not have done that to OP.
So this technically has 2 stories, but one of them I'm not going to try to find just because it's on another subreddit.
Okay.
Whipta FI 40F told my husband's 40M's family about his teenage girlfriend. My husband been grappling with anxiety and depression for about 15 months. The full story is in another subreddit I posted a little while ago. When he was having bad days, he would say he was pathetic, useless, that he was a burden. I would always reassure him that he wasn't. He'd always struggled with self-esteem, and now things were tough. It was hitting him hard. It certainly didn't help that since going into medication, he had struggled in the downstairs department. No matter how I reassured him, I could tell it bothered him, and those issues got worse and worse. In February, he told me he wanted to separate. Earlier this month, I came home early and heard him upstairs on the phone. I heard him make a moaning noise. I crept up the stairs. He was having an intimate moment with somebody over video. I went back downstairs. I noticed he left his computer unlocked. I went through it. To my shock and horror, I found explicit messages between him and an 18-year-old girl. Yeah. The messages went back to mid-January. Right from the word go, they were very explicit, and within 2 weeks they started saying, I love you. We've been intimate since the separation. It just kind of happened. We talked about, and he said we were both adults with needs. And he wasn't seeing anyone. We've been being intimate quite regularly since then. No downstairs issues. But he's telling this girl that he loves her while doing this with me. He lies to her all the time. He told her he was divorced when they started talking. He invited me out with him to go to lunch post-separation, but told her he was doing some shopping, so he wouldn't be able to talk. They regularly talk about him flying out and see her. She lives overseas later this year.
Okay.
They discuss what lies they'll tell her parents so that she can sneak out to see him. When he came downstairs, I immediately confronted him. I asked him what he's doing with the teenage girl. He says he's not serious about her. I asked him why he tells her he loves her. Then he says he doesn't know. I asked him what would he do if he found somebody his age talking to our daughter like that. He said he'd be angry or furious even. I asked him if he was leaving me for her. He said that wasn't true.
That's
A few
an
days
interesting
later,
response.
I saw messages between them mocking me for some of the things I said. She said my comment about what he would do if it was our daughter was precious and cute. This is absolutely not like him. We've been best friends since high school. Even thinking back with the benefit of what I know now, he was never hinted at such behavior. But I've been thinking about talking to somebody in his friend group or family group, so they can talk to him. There are so many consequences to what he is doing, but I'm scared if what might happen if I do.
That's just... I don't have any words for that.
Someone says protect your finances.
Yeah.
That sounds like a scam.
Yeah, no kidding. That's exactly what that sounds like. But it may not sound like him or who he is or who you know him as. But one, medication can chemically alter people, which is no excuse. However, it can ultimately, I don't know, people can show their true colors after medication, or they can change completely. And I knew as soon as I heard problems downstairs that there was probably more to it, which I was right. Get out. Like, that's all I'm gonna say is get out of that. Like, it'll be hard, because that's who you've known for so long and been with, but it ain't worth it. It's really not worth it.
My back fell asleep somehow.
Okay, interesting.
Like, you know how you get pins and needles in your feet when they fall asleep?
Uh-huh.
That's when I went back. Yeah, I was proofreading the story to make sure it's okay to read. It wasn't about something like, for instance, in your story. Yeah, I was proofreading it just because of the title. Am I wrong for shutting down my creepy uncle at my family reunion?
Probably not.
I, F25, have a big family, and we usually do these family reunions once every 2 months. I have tried to fit in with college, but sometimes I miss them. My mom's side is strict but kind, and my dad's side is crazy. I have this uncle, 54, on my dad's side. He's very distant and isolated, but my aunt made a bad decision to tell him that there is a 15-year-old niece in the family. Ever since then, he has been at family reunions. He makes borderline comments to the preteens and teens, even me. Anyway, last week was the usual family catch-up. I noticed my uncle was making creepy comments to my niece, saying stuff like, "You would look really nice as a model, and you're so mature for your age."
That's called grooming.
Oh no, the next quote is grooming.
Regardless, it's already grooming.
But the final straw for me was when we were sitting around the other dinner table. My niece was excited that it was almost her 16th birthday. When he said, "When you turn 18, can you give me a chance?"
It's family. I'm sorry. What?
But no, I've heard people say, like, old people say stuff about you look good as a model, or like you could be a model, It's typically older ladies, but still.
Yeah, but there's
Anyways, the whole room went silent. I screamed at him. I yelled, "Well, that's a bit creepy, isn't it? You know who else could give you a
A bit?
chance?" Yeah.
Just a bit?
Let me read what they said.
I'm sorry.
Isn't it? You know who else could give you a chance? The police.
Yeah.
Female dog at prison. The whole room went silent and dinner was awkward. Ever since then, I have had messages blowing up my phone saying that I should apologize, but No!
No, absolutely not. Do not. No. No.
My dad is livid.
No.
He says that he was only being nice and that I was excusing him of being a pedo. In his words. You know he is not like that. He's nice once you get to know him. This is my brother you're talking about. Grandparents say that he was creepy, but I was wrong for causing a scene. Boyfriend says that old bro deserved it, but I am starting to second guess myself. I know what he did was beyond bad, or maybe I shouldn't have caused the scene. Anyways, was I wrong?
No.
I would keep you guys updated on my niece's 16th birthday. Update, her birthday is in a few hours. What should I do? Mega update.
Oh boy.
I'm going to be pressing charges against my uncle.
Good.
The post is deleted.
That's sad.
Yeah, I know, because they have the mega update link.
Dang.
Yeah. It was posted a day ago.
Did you find it?
Automod.
Huh?
Automod.
Did you find it?
Comment?
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Post. So on Am I Wrong, I posted that my uncle was harassing my 15-year-old niece when he said innuendo. Today was my niece's birthday. My uncle came and everything was fine at first. We played games, ate cake. I started to wonder if my dad said something to my uncle to back him off. And I was kind of thankful. Until presents giving.
Oh boy.
That's a weird way to say it. Until present giving. Since we have a big family, birthdays presents are a big deal. Especially if it's your sweet 16th. Went ahead, came to my uncle's presents, though she took one peek at it and all of a sudden looked scared. My dad said, "Well, what was it?" And she said, "I'll open it later." That really threw me off guard because my niece is really thankful when it's gifts, even if she doesn't like it. Later, I went to her room to see what it was all about. As soon as I opened the door, she shoved something pink down her duvet. I think that's what that's called.
Duvet,
yeah. I asked her to tell me what it was, but she wouldn't listen. I finally got her to show me. It was a pink lingerie set. I told her that she had to tell her parents. She told me that Uncle said to her, "I would love to see that, and I would love to see you in that, especially alone." I was horrified. I took her out and demanded an explanation, not in front of the family. His reasoning, it was just a joke, and besides, she's a real beauty. And
No, that's not a joke. No.
I was so angry, I marched out there as soon as I could and called my boyfriend to take me home.
Yeah.
I explained the whole story. I said that he should be banned permanently from attending any family events.
Yeah.
My boyfriend told me we should take things a little more seriously and decided to press charges. I agreed. I don't know how my family is going to react, but I flat out don't care at this point. Anyways, wish me luck.
Good luck. No.
Also, so people were saying in the comment for the one that was deleted, do people really think this is real? Because apparently the OP has a lot of like weird comments on everything.
I hope that it's not real, but if it is, no.
I mean, yeah, because people like doing just making stories.
I get that.
On am I the a-hole, or am I wrong, or am I the buttface, just because why not?
I get that. But I hope to God that that's... No, because... No. Ew.
Do you
Ew.
have time for a semi-long?
Yeah.
Okay. I never know how much time left. Why? Am I the buttface for ending my decade-long friendship over dinner plans? It sounds like one that we read before. I, 18F, ended my friendship with my best friend Kate, 17F, and her cousin 19F, Bella. and now I'm wondering if I overreacted. Kate and I were inseparable since childhood, but things changed when Bella moved in last year. Kate started copying Kate started copying Bella's style, interest, and attitude. I didn't mind since I had my own close friend, Jennifer, 18F. Eventually, we all became a group, and I introduced him to my friend Aaron, 19M. Kate and Bella were obsessed with boys, constantly ditching our group. Jennifer distanced herself, but I stayed close. Things escalated at a frat party when they humiliated my boyfriend, Jack, now my ex, mocking the music he makes on SoundCloud, which he's insecure about. And Kate joked about us hooking up in his car when we got back together. Drop something?
I was trying to find this.
So you drop something.
I didn't drop it.
Something I told them in private. Jake was mortified as people watched and recorded. The next day, Jack texted me, upset that I let them embarrass him. This wasn't the first time Kate had previously made fake accounts to trash his music. I apologized, but Jack broke up with me. When I confronted Kate and Bella, they called Jack a baby and said good riddance. Aaron agreed with them, while Jennifer said they were in the wrong. At a Halloween party. Shush. I lent Bella expensive boots. Kate and Bella refused to split our Uber $80 despite just buying McDonald's. Jennifer and I paid, assuming they covered the ride back. Later, Kate's mom called her to come home. She had snuck out, and she insisted we all leave after just an hour. Jennifer paid $120 for the Uber, but as we neared my house, Kate and Bella spotted a bus and jumped out without paying or returning my boots. A month later, Bella still had to return my boots, ignore my messages, and even wore them to a concert I originally told her about, but wasn't invited to. My mom had to call Kate's mom to get them back. The worst incident was at a mall. Bella shoplifted in front of me. We got caught and were fined $350.
Wow.
I paid mine, but Bella claimed she had no money. Jennifer covered for her, but Bella took months to pay her back. While posting shopping hauls online, Jennifer found it incredibly disrespectful. The final straw was a dinner we planned for weeks. Kate and Bella confirmed but ignored our calls last minute and turned off their locations. Jennifer and I went without them and posted pictures. They viewed them immediately and lost it. I unfollowed them on everything. Next day, they called us petty and told us to grow up. I called them leeches and said I was done. Kate accused me of ending our friendship over dinner reservations, but it was months of built-up disrespect. Aaron says he's staying friends with them since they never did anything to him, and Jennifer and I are debating cutting him off too. Am I the buttface?
No. Some people you just gotta cut off. They're not good for you. And it's better to just have the people that are there for you and aren't gonna steal from you or get you into literal legal trouble and paying hefty fines, and then also claiming that they can't afford it, and yet what are they doing? Affording a high-end type lifestyle, which was probably afforded by a parent of some sort.
Nah, it's a sugar father.
I mean, there is that.
But no, because, like, with them talking about Aaron, personally, I would.
Yeah. I don't know. If you're accepting of that behavior, and, I mean, I get it. They did nothing wrong to you, so it's your prerogative. You don't have to do anything about it.
Offended them for the giggity.
Well, there is that, too. But
there's no reason OP needs to stay friends with him.
No, there's not. Short one.
Is this short enough?
Preferably shorter. Sure.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for leaving my friend at a party while she embarrassed me? Now,
Ow.
There is no stopping me. You wait till I finish.
I make no promises.
The story. So I, 20F, went to a party with my friend Alana, 21F, last week. An important contact. I recently got promoted at work, and I'm kind of proud of it because I busted my butt off throughout it, and Alana knew this. We get to the party, everything is cool. We are vibing, whatever. At some point, we end up in a convo with a few people I do not know that well, but I wanted to make a good impression because some of them work in my industry. Someone casually asks, "So what do you do?" And before I can even respond, Alana laughs, like actually laughs, and says, "Oh my god, she just got a promotion and would not shut up about it." I was so caught off guard. I just kind of laughed it off and answered the question. But I could tell the vibe shifted. It was embarrassing, especially because I had not even brought up my job yet. Later, I pulled Alana aside and was like, "Hey, W2F, what's that?" And she goes, "Oh, come on, you do talk about it a lot." I was just joking. I told her it was not funny and that it made me look bad, and she rolled her eyes and said I was being sensitive. At that point, I was done. I told her I was heading out, and she was like, "Are you seriously leaving me here?" I said, "Yeah, call an Uber," and I left. She ended up staying, but the next day she texted me that I was dramatic and that real friends do not ditch each other. Now I'm wondering, am I the a-hole?
Mm-mm. No, I feel like it was a tiny bit of an overreaction, but it also depends on other things that this person has done to OP. Because if that was the only thing that she did or said, then it is a little, just a wee bit dramatic, but I don't know. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing, but I also don't like parties. I don't like people. I'd rather not be around a lot of people. So, I mean, get your networking on, girl. You could have just kept going with it and said, "Yeah, I'm really proud of myself. I worked really hard for this." You should have just owned it. If you wanted to stay there for networking purposes. Anyways. And this is the finished look. This eye is a little messed up right there because that one story had my eyes watering, and then also the eyeliner, I managed to poke myself in the eye. So that didn't help.
I said they'll see it on video. I watched you do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I think this look is very, very pretty. Huge thank you to Lynn's Makeup for doing this look and giving me the inspiration for it. And I will see you all next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!